So I was like, let me just get what I have and let that be my constant. Let that be
Right.
my sense of security is just knowing what works for me. So that's what
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, that's cool. So tell us about your experience when you were Corley K, because we know you was Corley K on Instagram. So tell us about that.
No. So that was really fun. Going into the natural hair journey and advertising products and figuring out what works for me and what I really wanted to advertise, it really taught me like the business side of the natural hair game,
Hmm.
because not only do you advertise the products, but there's certain things that they have, there's certain like content guidelines that they want you to follow as a natural hair influencer. And
Hmm.
some people don't know that, but that's what happens. Like it just they just basically tell you, this is what we want. We want this lighting X, Y, and Z. We want you to talk about this X, Y, and Z. And it just taught me a lot about the business side of it. So it was really nice. It was really fun. I got to meet like a lot of different people in the natural hair game, and
Hmm.
I grew to have a lot of what do you call that word? What is that word when you make a lot of networking and contacts, different contacts and stuff like that. And people that I still talk to this day. No, now that I'm no longer considered Coily K,
Right.
but I am going back to it. I am
Oh,
going to go back
cool. Oh, I didn't know that. What made you want to go back?
to it. Just because my they was like, it was people that was like, why can't you be a life coach and still be, in like a natural hair influencer, or why can't you still talk about hair products, because all of that is within the realm of self-care and mental health
Yeah,
and all of
I
that.
think it's
So
a good
I was like,
idea.
yeah, I was like, so you know what? This is what I have on my Instagram. I have life coach by day and beauty influencer by night. So that's
Oh,
what I
that's a
am now. Yeah.
cool, nice, cool idea. I know you were telling me earlier that you were saying that with your mental health, it kept your mind all something negative, and you immersed
Yes.
yourself into products. Because I told you before, I thought that you was like a natural hair junkie or something, because you were so into the natural products when I would see you on IG and stuff. I was like, this girl knows her stuff. Like that's what's up. That's
Yeah.
real cool.
Yeah.
So, what products would you what's the top 3 products you would recommend for natural hair? Oh, and I'm gonna say hi to my client Ebony, my friend Ebony.
Okay. Hey, Ebony. So I would suggest TGIN's Miracle Repair line, because it really does work. Because my hair is colored, well, it was color treated, it's no longer color treated now because I'm growing it out.
Yeah.
But when it was color treated, I really loved their curl reconstructor,
Mm-hmm.
and their moisturizing conditioner is really good. The shampoo, I mean, the whole line, okay. And then their honey curls, what is it called? Their honey curls custard is really good. That's really moisturizing, really, really defines your hair. And their mousse. And also, as far as like are concerned, I really like Curls Blueberry Bliss
Okay.
shampoo, because it's not stripping, and also it has hydrolyzed protein in it. And we talked about the whole science behind hydrolyzed protein and how hydrolyzed protein is easier to absorb into your hair strand, because a lot of naturals are doing like the egg thing, and the protein molecules in eggs are big, and so they're
Mm-hmm.
not readily absorbed into our hair strands. So when you have something like hydrolyzed protein, hydrolyzed wheat protein, hydrolyzed oat protein, all that stuff, it really helps with like keeping your hair stronger or preventing the damage that you're going to do to it. So that's what I really like.
Mm-hmm. Do you follow Cut It Kinky on IG?
Oh, but tell me about it.
Yeah, okay. So she was a natural hair blogger. Like she kind of reminds me of you. She was this
Uh-huh.
natural hair blogger, and she like spent her life and her time into natural hair products. And then she
Uh-huh.
decided to go to cosmetology school. Did you ever think about going to school?
You know what? Yes, I have. And I was just like, I had a couple friends tell me that. They was like, you should go to cosmetology school, you should go to cosmetology school. And
Mm,
I always, you know how they say, because my thing was there's somebody that's gonna be better than me. But you know how they say in the
yeah,
bread
always
aisle,
anything.
right? And you know how they say in the bread aisle, there's tons of different bread, but somebody gonna want your loaf. So I was
Exactly.
like, you know what? I may revisit that. I may do that
Because
because
you're very educated, very well educated, and have a lot of knowledge with natural hair, especially because you was a spokesperson. You did a lot of sponsors for natural hair, vendors, right? Products.
hmm
Yeah,
yeah.
that was cool.
And
I think you'll be great at it. And plus, you look like the queen of color. Like every time I saw you, you had a different new color. And I'm like, dang, her hair is not gonna break off. Like, what is she doing?
No,
But you kept treating it. And that's what
I
people don't
did.
understand about natural hair. You have to keep it healthy and keep treating it when you have color.
Yes, yes. And that's something I definitely like pushed. Like I was like, if you're gonna color your hair, then you gotta stay natural. Like, and if you do color your hair and you have a relaxer, it's a double process. So it's
Yes.
easier, yes, it's
Triple
easier
damage.
to color your hair when you're natural and also just keep moisturizing it, keep deep conditioning it, keep doing the steam treatments. We were talking about the steam treatments,
Yeah.
remember? Yeah, talking about
Yeah.
the steam treatments.
I just bought my first steam treatment a few months ago, and lately I've been trying it on my clients, and they love it. I see, like you were talking about the difference with the texture of your hair and the curl pattern, and
Mhm,
the shea butter gives the hair more moisture, and they love
mhm.
it. Like they even call me like, Leslie, my hair feels so soft. I love it. So that was the best investment I ever did as a hairstylist, was buying a steam treatment this year. So because they love it, and it penetrates through your scalp, it gets through each cuticle, each hair strain. It's very, very good for your hair.
Yeah, I love it because I had a stylist do that on my hair, and the difference that it made as far as like even before straightening my hair and then after straightening my hair, like making it snap back, that steam treatment is A1. Like if anybody could
Yeah.
take anything from this is to get a steam treatment if you can.
Yeah. And too, I was doing a lot of virtual consultations because I wasn't really taking clients when the pandemic first happened and it wasn't really coming. So the virtual
Mhm.
consultations, they were saying, I need more moisture, I need more, absorption or whatever. So then I started doing my research and I was just like, and I saw this girl, her name is that girl Lola.
Mhm.
She's on IG. She
Mhm.
um she had a steam treatment. I saw her penetrate through, she finger curled through each strands of the hair. And I was like, I gotta make that an investment.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was telling
that's definitely.
my client who I had on Sunday, she was just like, I am so happy you got this stream treatment. I want you to only do better and get a bigger and better. Because I got a little small, you know, still a stand, but it's a beginner's
Yeah,
stream treatment
yeah,
or whatever. And she was
yeah.
like, I wish we can get a pot and help you get a bigger one because I love this treatment. I love how it feels, and they really
Mhm.
love it. And they really support us other product like other steam treatment.
Oh, that's really nice. Your class is so supportive.
Yeah, like they said,
Yeah.
your vibe is your tribe, and I do have a good tribe. Because they always say in cosmetology school that your clients are going to match your personality, and
Right.
it definitely is a good connection, a good vibe that I have with all of them. That's cool too, and that's why I
Mhm.
like doing it because it's the connections you make with people.
Right,
Especially
right,
they coming in down and they leave happy. I like
right.
the attitude of transformation with hair, natural hair.
I have a question to ask you. How do you feel that doing people's hair relates to like their mental health, like as far as like them feeling better or their self-care? Like how do you feel about that?
Oh, that definitely connects. Like I said before, a lot of
Hmm.
people come in, a lot of people are overwhelmed. During the pandemic, they were very stressed out. They were worried about money. They were worried about their health. I lost my grandfather during the pandemic. I lost two people in the same day from corona. So they dealt with a lot. So when they left, it was just like, Leslie, this was like a spa day to me. I feel so much better because when you look better, you feel better. When you just outside of when we don't have our makeup and we don't do our hair,
Hmm.
don't we look a
Hmm.
little different? Feel a little different.
Hmm. Right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
It
I saw
kind
you
of it
screwed up.
kind of cut off a little bit. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it definitely connects, outside beauty matches the inside beauty. That's why you're always supposed to take care. Self-care is so important because that plays a big part in how you treat other people too. Like if you feeling low, you're not gonna give the same energy out. Like, and I do feel like a lot of females, they go through a lot and it comes out. That's why a lot of
yeah,
us have attitudes or frustrated because they don't take care, they don't have self-care where you can feel
yeah,
good about yourself. It's so,
exactly,
so important.
exactly.
Hmm.
I like that.
Yep. Hmm. So, what's the common misconception about natural hair in your opinion?
There's so many, but I feel like a big one is that what she uses is gonna work for my hair. And it's
Yes.
like that's not the case because there's so many factors that you have to consider with your hair type, hair texture, hair porosity,
Yes.
the way it lays, silkiness, the
Your
softness,
genetics.
genetics, everything. So yeah, I
Yes.
feel like that's one. That's one. What about you?
I feel a lot of people don't think that they have to get their hair trimmed, which you need a hair trim every 6 to 12 weeks. you need a hair trim depending on how much your hair grows. A lot of people think that it's a get up and go style. Like, I'm gonna be natural so I can just get up and go and just wash my hair and go. But everybody don't have wash and go hair. So you can't just get up and go. You have to manipulate it. You have to finger coil it or shampoo it or put some product in it. It's so much to natural hair. And people think that's the misconception that I don't have to do anything to it.
Yeah, people think it's like low maintenance, and it's like it's not.
Yeah, like I told you, when I cut my hair, when I cut my locks, and I had to go to the barbershop every 2 weeks to get that look that I was looking for, I was just like, this is work. This natural hair is not easy, because I had locks all the time, and I did my locks myself for 9 years. So when I have to go to somebody else to get a haircut, it's just like, okay, this is work. This is
I know.
I feel you. This is the right move.
I feel you because I had to learn how to cut my own hair because I was tired of going back and forth to the barbershop and dropping that 20, 25 every 2
Yes. Years. And then you feel bad if you don't leave a tip, because he's
right.
Right. So yeah, that's the misconception that a lot of people have about natural hair. But definitely keeping your hair healthy is so important. And the conditioners, the treatments. A lot of people, don't do that. And a lot of people think that, oh, I want my hair to like, they come to me and send me a picture. I want my hair to look at hers. You don't have the same texture as her. Your hair density is not the same as her. You're a different person with different genetics. So your hair is going to be different than the next person.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got another question. You can talk about a negative experience when you went through natural hair while you were learning from it. For me, when I was starting my locks, people was asking me when I was going to take out my braids. Like, they were definitely growing into locks. So I don't think I was, when my friend's wedding, I was a bridesmaid, and somebody asked me, when you taking out your braids? Like, that's offensive.
Yeah.
What about offensive. You? Yeah, I was just like,
okay. So she said, what can you talk about a negative experience you went through with Wild Natural and what you learned from it? Okay, so I remember an older person talked about my hair and they said I look like buckwheat.
What? Oh my gosh.
They're from the James Brown press and curl era. So it was like, because my hair didn't look done, it wasn't presentable. So for them, I looked like buckwheat, but my hair was popping. It was in a moisturized.
Why do people think that's okay to say? Like, some people, they just think they can say whatever they want and it's going to be cool. Like, why do you think that's okay?
Yeah, a lot of people just feel like they have the audacity, or they feel like they have what's it called? What's that word? When you feel like you have the authority, you can say anything.
Yes, the right to say whatever you want because they're old. They have the right to say whatever they want to. But
it's like everybody needs tact. Everybody.
Yes, exactly. You're God's child too. Like, just don't think because I'm a child because you old, but God's child too. So humble yourself.
You God's child too. I like that one.
That used to get on my nerves so much when I was young. Like, old people think they can say whatever they want to. Like, they're just so high up there. But like, aren't you a child of God too? So you somebody's child too. So like, calm down. I was about to say something else. I forgot. The natural hair movement can be very controversial too, because there's so many different products and people think that their way is law. Like, oh, I did watch this YouTube video and I saw on Pinterest and I did this, and they just think that there is so law. And I was watching something the other day and it was like, the natural hair community can be bullies because they're know-it-alls, they know everything. But like you said, you have to say, in my opinion, this is what works for me.
Exactly.
Because they can be like, well, that's not right because I did my research. And I'm like, did you even go to school for hair? Like, just because you read something online doesn't make it law.
It doesn't. It does not. So you got to find out what works for you. And if you can get somebody to use a product based on like the health of their hair more so and the technique, then that's good. But if you're like, this is going to work for you, it's like, nah, bro, it don't.
Or no, that's not accurate. What you said was not accurate because I did my research. And I was like, okay, girl, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? How do you keep your hair hair healthy? Like you said, you said you shaved your hair, right?
Yeah, I'm actually growing it out now.
Yeah, what made you shave your hair this time?
I just wanted to get rid of the color for right now and
Okay.
just grow it out. And because also I'm getting locks, and the locks are gonna be
Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
yeah, I'm getting locks, and the locks are gonna be dark, and so I have to wait like a couple months before I can get my hair you know, colored. So I was like, let the roots match the lock. So
That makes sense.
yeah.
What made you want to start your locks?
I'm turning 30 this year, and I just wanted to kind of like get into a different journey of self-love with me and my hair and natural. There's so many different natural styles. I was like, locks is where it's at. So I just love the versatility of them, but at the same time, I love how they are what they are. Like, you got locks. This is it. This is the lock journey. You can't go back unless you cut them off. So I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to be on this journey right now.
That's cool.
I want to
So
be on a more stationary journey.
I think I go through different seasons with my hair. So in 2012, I started my locks because I was 21, and I was entering becoming a woman. I was like, I'm gonna grow up my locks, and I'm gonna get to know myself. And I was just so into the natural hair movement. So that's when I started my locks. Then when I turned 30, that's when I cut my locks. So it's funny that you said you want to start because you're turning 30, and I cut my locks when I turned 30. So it's like you go through different seasons, but different, the season that we're in, that's what hair phase that we're in. And I'm going through all these different braid styles. Like, I want to try these braids. I'm constantly looking at different braid styles to try now because I haven't had braids in so long. But,
Yep.
That's cool. That's funny how you both have that in common because you turned 30, you want to start your locks. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what would you tell other people to keep their hair healthy while they're natural? What's your advice to other people who are just starting to enter into the natural hair community?
So I would say be gracious with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Be patient with yourself. It's so important to be gracious and patient because it's like you're going on a journey. And when you're going on a journey,
Yes.
there's so many different barriers and so many different like setbacks that you face. And the same things with natural hair. Like, sometimes you may feel beautiful with it. Sometimes you may do it and you're like, yo, I look stupid. So you have to those two things are very important to show yourself and to just figure out what works for you. And once you find out those three things, then you'll be set. You'll be really set.
Yeah.
And then from there you can start to experiment and everything. And it's just have fun. Like, don't take it too seriously.
Yeah. And you definitely do that with your hair. Like I said, I used to see you all the time when you was Cody K, and you would try to, like I told you, when you was even doing the voiceovers when you would introduce the products, like your voice was so soothing when this is this and I use that, and like she was a pro with this natural hair stuff. No, you was so serious. You was a pro with your natural hair. But like you said, every product is not going to work for everybody because everybody has different textures, density, elasticity. Your genetics is different, so everybody's going to experience a different experience than the next person. And you, like you said, you're all going to have those ugly moments and those ugly days, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that you're ugly. It doesn't mean that you need to get your hair done and take care of it today. Like, some people just
it's all about
not in the mood to do it.
Yeah, it's all about self-love and self-care.
Yeah, like you said, it just like it makes you accept yourself. These are my curls, and this is what I accept, and I love who I am, and I love being natural. I was telling you earlier, my cousin, when I first came natural in 2010, my cousin was like, I will never leave the cream and crack alone. Now look at she, all into the natural hair products right now, into the natural hair movement. But she said she wasn't gonna leave the cream and crack because she was watching Good Hair. Remember Good Hair?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
She was like, I will never stop getting a perm. I will always get a perm. But I think it's a different phase that we going through in life, with our hair, whatever. And a lot of men love natural hair,
Yep. So there's something for everybody.
Yes, it is. All righty. Well, we're about to wrap things up. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. This was a good conversation. I started YouTube late on here, so we're like in the middle of the conversation on here because I didn't go live on there. It's cool. I went live on IG, so it's cool. All righty. Thank you so much.
Does anybody have any questions for us?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna see.
We would love to answer anybody's questions that they have in here or after the live. You can always DM Leslie or DM if you have any
Yes.
questions on
When are
natural
you
hair.
gonna start your? When are you gonna start your going to do both the clarity coach and the natural hair at night?
Now,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh,
like
I'm
I
looking
started.
forward to it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes, this is really fun. I love this.
I did. This is a good start. So this month is all about natural hair for me. So that's all I'm gonna talk about. I found when I have a topic for the month, I stick to that, and that's what we're gonna talk about is natural hair.
Okay, so watch out for Leslie's topics on natural hair. And you
Yes,
can
thank you.
also stay tuned to my page for life coaching and also natural hair products.
Oh yeah, tell them how to reach you for your life coaching.
So you can email me at hello@karaariana.com where we can talk about life coaching, like what do you want to do as far as like your goals in life, you want clarity, if you feel stuck, any of those things that you feel like you're going through in life, I'm definitely here to help you out. Definitely to help our queens out. That's what I'm here for. I am the clarity
Yes,
coach for our women. Women got to
absolutely.
empower women got to lead women, It's all about us.
I'm so into women supporting women, so that's so good that you're doing it for other people and helping other people because we've been through a lot with our own mental health. So for us to reach out to help other women, that's so empowering. Women empowerment, I love it.
Yeah, I always love empowering women. It's just, it's definitely different from the whole caddy vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like anybody could do that. But when you take yourself out of the equation and you learn to be the vessel and just the voice for it, then you just start reaching new levels.
yeah. Like I said, in with reality TV, back in it was big on VH1 reality TV shows.
Oh yeah,
They running across the table. They fighting each other over a dude who's sleeping on when the dude was sleeping with both of y'all. Like, and
exactly.
you mad at the girl because of your situation.
Right. It's just so many layers to it. We can go off on a whole tangent about it.
Yeah. So that's why I always say that self-care is very important because
hmm
once you love yourself, that's in turn how you treat others and what you're doing to the community and how you're coming off to others, how you're treating other people in your everyday today life. People don't want to deal with you if you mean and nasty.
Right,
But when you love
exactly.
yourself and you're okay with yourself, you treat other people better.
Yeah, that definitely that whole vibe radiates throughout your whole being, and people are attracted to that. And
Yes.
You'll start attracting goodness.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
All right, see. So I'm gonna go ahead and log off. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks for everybody who joined tonight. I really appreciate you guys. This was fun.
Yes, it definitely was fun. We gotta do this again.
Yes, thank you. All right, talk to you later.
All right,
Bye.
girl.
Bye. I'm gonna end it on here.